I am always hoping that once I buy a place, I never, after I put my down payment in, ever have to infuse more cash because it's going to be it's going to take care of itself with the tenants paying me rent every month. And so when I go into those, I start looking about 2 to 300 is usually like that sweet spot. And one of the things that can sometimes be overwhelming is if you look at it and you're like, wow, there's 78 multifamilies on the property. Where do I even start in looking at one? I think that's where you start looking at your class of what type of neighborhood. I think then you want to start looking at, okay, if I'm going to say I'm looking for ROI, the easiest way to start filtering through those is saying the 1% rule. And basically, does that mean that the gross rent from 1 month that you're getting from your tenants, is that at least 1% of your purchase price?
Gotcha.
So if I bought a place for say 250,000, I would want the gross rent for one of those months to be at least $2,500. Because if it's not that, then it's not going to work into my equation of what the ROI I'm looking for. And so that way I can easily push it aside and know that that's not the right deal for me. Let me keep looking. No, I think that's one of those that's a very gray way to do it. But I mean, it's a starting point of, otherwise there's no way I can go through 78 different deals every day trying to look for things. Now you also have it where some people will say, if the numbers for the most part makes sense in the beginning, well, most of your costs are going to be pretty fixed. Like your loan, more than likely it's going to be a fixed loan. So you know you're going to keep the same payment. Well, if you look at the growth in rent year after year, if it pretty much makes sense this year, in 5 or 8 years when rent keeps appreciating and your loan staying the same, then more than likely it could be a dynamite property, even though it doesn't make the most home run hit right now.